Alright guys, so this won't be my most popular video, but I'm sure as you saw in the description or the title of the video, this is one that I want to voice my opinion on. Now, I'm not an expert on this, I'm amateur, just a car enthusiast with some opinions about the Giulia, and I wanted to touch on that subject. So I definitely want to start a conversation as always and see what you guys think, whether you agree or disagree or you want to add to the conversation. So I had three things about the Giulia base model, Giulia TI, that I didn't really like, or I think that Alfa Romeo could do better on. Now, like I said, this is strictly opinion, so I'm just going to list them off and why, and see what you guys think and if you agree or not. So let's get to it. As you can see here, the Giulia has a wonderful black roof here with a sunroof also integrated into the roof. Now, that does not come standard, that is an option, and like most cars, you know, you pay extra for that option, which is fine, but this looks a lot better with the black roof. Now, this is where opinion comes in, that the black roof on this car looks really good, and you can see this red Giulia TI next to it has the black roof option as well with the sunroof. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because you can only get the black roof if you get the sunroof option. So there's no getting the black roof, it's an integrated black roof with the sunroof. So it flows very nicely and looks really good with the black antenna also, but you can't just get a black roof without the sunroof. There's no option for that. So say you didn't want the sunroof, you can only get the sunroof if you want the black. Now, there's a way around that if you want to go and wrap the car as I did my Ghibli, but my Ghibli also has a sunroof. But it's one of those things to where it's just, I feel like you should have the option to be able to do this, because when you look at it, it just looks, I mean, it looks really good. Now you look at it without the sunroof, and without the sunroof and the black roof, and some people might like just that color, just like that. Okay, that might be your preference. This would be my preference, but say I didn't want the sunroof, I just want the black roof. There's no way to option that. You have to get both. Now, I'm not complaining, obviously, about that, but just something that, you know, if you had a wish list, that would be on the list to just be able to have the option to do that yourself when you go to spec your car. So one of the things I wish they could have done is gave you that option. Like I said, not a big deal to some, but you know, just one of those things that I saw and I wish they had. Alright guys, so I'm back behind the Giulia because we're talking about the exhaust. What I wish that the Giulia base model and TI versions would have done better was the sound. Now, there was a video that I had that I revved the Giulia. I also have done pulls in the Giulia. And one of the comments I was making was that the sound was really lacking the raw emotion that the car brings. You know, it has great road presence, better road presence than a lot of cars out there, and it's such a beautiful car inside and out, but it's lacking the emotion that you get behind a nice sounding exhaust. Now, I know a lot of that has to do with the inline-4 engine that it has, you know, but I just wish that they could have done something just to match everything else that the Giulia brings to the table. It's kind of like having a nice outfit but dirty shoes, you know, or ugly shoes, you know. To complete the package, the sound would have been a lot better in my opinion. You know, like I said, this might not be something for everyone, but an aftermarket exhaust is highly recommended if they make it right now for this car, because if you get the sound behind it, you got everything you need for a car in this segment, and that's the truth. You know, we know how good the Quadrifoglio sounds. So we can get the base model, you know, somewhere in that range. Obviously it's 500 horsepower for the Quadrifoglio, so it's not going to sound exactly the same, but you know what I mean. it just is lacking that big time, and I really wish the Giulia would have done a better job on the exhaust. Alright guys, so we are inside of the engine bay, and this one might be a little more painful than the others, but the inline 4-cylinder engine for this car, I feel like it just needs more. You know, I hate to go back to the Quadrifoglio because that's a different price range, but you know, when you see those Giulia commercials and everything and all the advertisements, and then you go to check one out and say you decide, oh, you know, I want to get a Giulia TI or something a little bit more tame, you know, you're willing to get rid of the carbon fiber and everything like that, or all the bells and whistles, but you want, you know, a nice, you know, somewhat fast, decent engine with horsepower. Then you could, you know, jump into one of those cars and it'd be okay. But then you get behind the wheel and you're only pushing 280 horsepower in the inline 4. I just think the inline 4, like the exhaust, is the wrong fit for this car. Like I said, it's a great engine, but it's just not the engine for this car. I feel like the car is just, we know it's capable of so much more. It's just, it's low on expectations when it comes to that. Now, like I said, and I'm gonna keep repeating this, this is my opinion. This might not be for everybody. Some people might say, hey, whoever has the Giulia right now, 280 horsepower is fine for me. You know, I don't need much more than that. I do want to hear from Giulia owners. What do you think about the engine, the acceleration? I said I've driven one of these before, and I've been driven in a Quadrifoglio, so I know the difference between the two. And I know, like I said, what the car is capable of. I just wish that this engine did a little bit more. They could have tweaked or something, you know, tweaked the engine and everything else, just to kind of give it a little bit more excitement. I feel like that's missing from this car. Like I said, it might suffice, but you know, you always see the potential in these cars and you want them to be able to do more. That is one of my complaints about this car, to add on to the 3 I have. Now, I don't want you guys to, you know, feel like you're straight away from it, but it's a great car, it's a great engine. I just want a little bit more out of it. But I sound like I'm complaining. I don't even own one, but this is what my thoughts are on it, guys. So now that you guys have heard what I feel about the base model Giulia and Giulia TI versions, what they could use, what Alfa could have done better from an amateur standpoint. Some of you guys that might be experts on the brands, what do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? You know, I'd love to hear from you. Like I said, if you want to add some more to that, definitely let me know. I definitely want to hear what you guys might have to say, because I want to be educated on this car. I know that it's a wonderful car, and I just see more potential in some of these base model cars after experiencing the Quadrifoglio. I know they can do much better for oncoming models, you know, that will be here maybe during a refresh or just brand new models of the year. So definitely comment, guys. Subscribe if you want to see more amateur Maserati Alfa Romeo videos, and also like the video. You want to get this up in the ranking. I want to see what everybody thinks and bring more people in that just aren't my subscribers. So let me know what you guys think. I'm getting out of here. It's been fun. You guys take it easy. Hopefully no hard feelings. I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.